I'm Benzie Johnson Jr., I'm enthusiastic about television, and let's look at the real numbers. Tally the scores, see how networks have fared, and answer a big question. What is the lowest rated TV channel of 2021? Television ratings are an important piece of the puzzle to gauge channel performance. While they're no longer the be-all end-all they once were, they're one of the few metrics made publicly available for laymen to look at. Advertisers are losing faith in the Nielsen system amid claims it's no longer doing as well as it used to, given the wide range of viewing options available, and even some media outlets are moving to other measurement metrics to better decide how much they can get from advertisers. While there are real questions to be asked of Nielsen ratings these days, that's a conversation for another time. Let's just focus on the annual ratings averages for 2021 by total viewers based on the classic broadcast primetime time slots. And of course, the biggest outlets are the major broadcast networks, and what a year it's been for them. At 5.574 million viewers, CBS maintains the #1 crown for the third year in a row, and essentially at the same level as last year to boot. But the gap is narrowing between them and NBC, who are actually up by 9% this year to 5.484 million viewers, much better than the roughly 5 million even it did in 2020. They could be on track in 2022 to dethrone CBS from the top spot again like they did in 2018. ABC continues to slide but still manages over 4 million viewers, Fox slots in at just under 3.7 million, and at 813,000 viewers, the CW has bumped its average audience up by 2,000 viewers this year, though it's still firmly placed behind a number of cable channels, both the major Spanish-language broadcast networks and Ion Television, recently acquired by Scripps, whose network lineup of procedural reruns has snagged them 1.044 million viewers. And while I'm at, the most watched digital multicast network is, like last year, MeTV, which sits at 752,000 viewers. On to the cable networks, and HGTV is back as the leading entertainment channel on paid TV after being narrowly beaten out by sibling TLC last year by just 5,000 viewers. It's still down by almost a tenth, however, to 1.243 million viewers. TLC itself is back down to around the level it was at in 2018, just barely holding on to seven figures at 1,026,000. And between the two of them stands Hallmark Channel at 1.115 million, TNT at 1,087,000, and TBS, which ties with TLC. History Channel files in at 925,000 viewers, just pipping rival Discovery Channel's 920k, and USA and Food Network round out the top 20 channels overall at 848,000 and 820,000 respectively. Elsewhere on the EPG, Lifetime's made a 4% improvement to 690,000, A&E has sank 32% to 560,000. Is there still any kind of programming direction over there after losing live PD? Basic cable premium content rivals AMC and FX are tied at 504,000 viewers each, both down over 10% on last year. And Paramount Network, with its retool into a movie channel now stalled, slips 7% this year to 434,000. Freeform sits at 423,000, sliding 16%, just a little more than last year, and lands quite close to MTV, which shaves a tenth this year to slip under 400,000. Could we see MTV as a stronger youth channel between them in 2022? Down 12%, Comedy Central took a big hit in 2021, but still managed an average of 301,000, and NBCSN, in its final year on air, managed to notch up 293,000 viewers, up 17% from 2020. Of the various newer ESPN competitors tied to broadcast sports operations, NBCSN never really seemed to fully shake its history as OLN in Versus, still running things like car auctions and reruns of American Ninja Warrior right until the end. Contrast to FS1 and FS2, which have evolved into ESPN rivals pretty much flawlessly, and CBS Sports Network, which, while a bit more composed, still sits in that middle ground, offering some coverage of niche sports, though they have their traditional college sports coverage and sports analysis shows to back them up. More interesting than the general cable numbers is the ongoing standings within kids TV. Quickly becoming one of the most volatile genres in television as the content landscape expands even further, the traditional big three have still managed to create and even innovate within the space. The fact that these are primetime-based numbers does skew things a bit here as there's inconsistent scheduling to deal with, but these are the numbers we have. So, in 2021, where does everyone stand? Nickelodeon stays on top, but sinks by 32% for the second year in a row, landing at 335,000 viewers. Its traditional direct rival, Disney Channel, has also fallen another peg, down 35% to just 233,000 viewers. Cartoon Network, already in a very perilous position in terms of ratings, sinks by 26% to just 201,000 viewers. While Cartoon Network is once again the least impacted by ratings backslides amongst the kids' TV Big Three, it's also in the most dangerous position between them. Back in 2017, seemingly an eternity ago in both content and ratings, Disney XD stood at a ratings average of 205,000 viewers after spending the year burning off every first-run program they had. Based on these numbers, there is a real possibility that new content won't be a viable prospect for Cartoon Network soon, if not now. CN only premiering one new series of their own in 2021, the miniseries Elliot from Earth, and sharing most of their other content with other arms of the conglomerate on a second-run basis seems to suggest the channel may be entering this position already. Their upcoming programming slate seems to reject this notion, but future investment into the channel itself seems uncertain. I've talked about this in the context of other moves they've made in recent years in another video I'll have in the description. What's not uncertain is that you can beef up your online security and privacy with NordVPN. Connect over 5,400 servers across 60 countries with top-tier encryption to browse securely or ditch content restrictions. And now NordVPN has new threat protection that blocks trackers and malware so you can surf even safer. NordVPN is easily affordable and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so it won't hurt to try it. Head to benzie.tk/VPN now to sign up. That link's also in the description. I may receive a commission when you purchase. In the second tier of kids TV, none of the 4 channels are within striking distance of 6 figures anymore. Disney XD has slid from 94,000 in 2020 to 83,000 in 2021. Their desperate gambit to make off-target general audience programming somehow work may have softened the dip. Boomerang has slipped by over twice as high a margin as last year, down 16% to 77,000 viewers. And among Nick's side channels, after plummeting by over 40% in 2020, Nicktoons sheds another 20,000 viewers in 2021, landing at 67,000. T-Nick suffers from another disastrous year as well, dropping by 37% to just 37,000 viewers. Honestly, that's low enough for it to land in the runt tier of kids TV, though it's hard for me to apply such indignity to them. Speaking of the third tier, however, Discovery Family has dropped by 25%, landing at 43,000 viewers, and Universal Kids is actually up a grand this year to 35,000. Amongst the kids' TV adjacent outlets, Adult Swim's average dropped by 25% in 2021, bigger than its 20% slide in 2020, to land at 386,000 viewers, a little behind MTV. Also down by a fifth in 2020 was Nick at Night, who are down another 19% this year to 356,000 viewers. Slightly ahead of Nick itself now, which might give Viacom CBS some perverse reason to stretch out its agonizingly irrelevant existence some more. Even though TV Land at 518,000 does the same job for far more people and has actually been much more stable, only slipping by a single-digit margin both these past 2 years. But I think it's time to answer the big question at last, as I always do every year. What is the lowest rated TV channel of 2021? It's not Comedy.tv again, though the Entertainment Studios channel is second to last and actually up this year by 1 to 4,000 viewers. At 153rd place on this year's list, the lowest rated channel is Begin Sports, the American arm of the sports brand spun-off from the Qatari media conglomerate Al Jazeera, at 3,000 viewers, down from 5,000 in 2020. Its chief output is coverage of European soccer leagues, though other sports also feature. The channel's Spanish-language sibling fares better at 6,000, but soccer just isn't as big here in the US as it is elsewhere in the world, especially not with regards to international soccer, though serious props to NBC Universal for doing its darndest to make their Premier League rights work. How some of these channels fare is interesting to keep up with, so hit subscribe if you want more explorations and analysis. And while you're at it, you can check out the 2020 ratings averages up here or down in the description. I'll see you next time.